Today, the 9th of September 2023, a cabinet meeting was held under the chairmanship of the Honorable Chief Minister at 11 a.m. Around 30 agendas were discussed, and many of them were approved by the cabinet. And few of the agendas that were approved by the cabinet was firstly the permanent housing scheme for the displaced persons whose houses were burned down and damaged during the unfortunate incident that started from the 3rd of May 2023. As far as the police record is concerned, and approximately 4,806 houses were either burned or destroyed across the length and breadth of our state. The cabinet today decided that wherever houses can be built where the atmosphere is conducive for the affected people to go to their places, their permanent places, at an initial phase, around 1,000 permanent houses would be constructed at an estimated cost of around rupees 75 crore. And this would be done across all the affected districts. And the amount that would be spent on the houses, if it is a Pakka house, it would be rupees 10 lakhs per house. If it's semi-Pakka, it will be rupees 7 lakhs. Kacha, it will be around rupees 5 lakhs. And for this, the amount would be given in 2 equal installments. The first installment, that is 50%, would be given prior to initiation of the construction, and then the second phase will again be given after the first installment is completed. The construction made by the first installment is completed. And another thing is the disturbed areas status in Manipur. The cabinet has decided that a status quo would be maintained. That's a mandatory that it has to be extended for every 6 months, and the disturbed areas, a status quo. I repeat, a status quo would be maintained as far as the disturbed areas is concerned, where an extension is there, will be given for another 6 months. That's for the whole state of Manipur, except the 9 police stations that were exempted as from before as well. And also the ex-gratia and the financial assistance that's to be given to the violence affected people were also discussed in detail, and the ex-gratia for the death, the relief compensation for the grievous injuries, for the people who had sustained simple injuries, and also relief for the families whose houses were burnt down after due assessment by the authorities, were also discussed in detail. And according to the categories as I've mentioned, the assured amount will be given to the affected people. And I think these are some of the few agendas that were approved by the cabinet. And also the Manipur compensation scheme for the women victims or the survivors of sexual assault / other crimes 2023 was discussed in detail, and this was also approved by the cabinet. And amongst the other agendas that were discussed, as far as the medical department is concerned, the cabinet approved setting up of a directorate of medical education, which would prove to be of help to the students who are pursuing courses in different, medical related courses that are where they are pursuing in the state. I'm sure this would be a major boon for the people in the state. And also the recruitment that took place sometime in the ending part of 2021 for grade 3 and grade 4 posts in the veterinary and animal husbandry department. Some suspecting that there has been some discrepancy, that will be referred to the vigilance as recommended by the vigilance department. Appropriate action, what needs to be done, that will be decided by the cabinet later. And you see, Manipur, for the government, education is one of the topmost priority of the government. The cabinet today approved the proposal for recruitment of a number of assistant professors, which should be conducted by the Manipur Public Service Commission. The cabinet has given the approval for this recruitment of assistant professors. And I think these are some of the few points.